afternoon, brothers and sisters. Just out and about, getting some air, some fresh air. You know, we're allowed to do that in lockdown, aren't we, now and again? But it's on my heart to talk about the bride, talk about the escape beforehand. You know, there is a lot of prophecy in Revelation regarding the tribulation and after the tribulation. I think it's very relevant to get some videos out on that and for us to keep studying that and passing it on. We do on Discord, we pass it on all the time, and it's great that people are studying that. I'm not saying don't by all means study that, but for videos and encouragement, it's to focus now on the escape for the bride. You know, this is important because we're in a battle so close to the end, or the escape, that we need to focus 100%. I've done 3 videos this week on that type of subject. I feel led to do that. But I just was thinking about the Jarrow March, you know, which was in the 40s, and the way this is the way it's planning, humanly speaking. I mean, or the enemy, the way that the enemy is deriving things. It goes back a long way, you know, to the Black Riots, the Korean War, even the Vietnam War was designed, the First, Second World War designed. And I say that openly because I know it was. But just looking at the Jarrow marches, they're the Geordie boys that marched. Their children were starving in Britain. They marched 200 miles to London as a protest, a peaceful protest. But they had to. Their children were starving. There was no industry. Nobody had invested in industry. And they couldn't feed their kids. There was no food. Even an allotment was not big enough. That came later when people got a bit of wits about them. But then they went to war, the Second World War, and everybody signed up. There was plenty of money for war. What I'm saying is there was plenty of money, you know, for the starving man. Who matters who runs the country as long as they eat? And that may be a bold statement, but I haven't been in starvation, praise the Lord. And my children have not died, you know, young children, 2, 3, 6-month-old babies. I've been fortunate not to have gone through that. So I just want to lay what's going on. And now I'm looking at this and thinking, is this similar? Where we'll get to a point of that we'll do anything? Is it a repeating pattern? Just say that out of awareness, brothers and sisters, just out of awareness about that. I think we're all aware, you know. I think because of social media, we can talk to each other. And I often wonder when that will stop. But I'm out, and I just, let's have a look at people out and about on horses and all sorts of things here. Well, people have got a limited amount of freedom here now at the moment because we are allowed out, and as long as we social distance, allowed out. It's like being in school. As long as we can social distance, where they're happy for us to go out. So genuinely, I feel that our governments are not into it. Some of our members of government could be, but I don't think so. You know, I'm reminded that the British Empire, this is not bragging, it was nothing to do with me, but the British Empire the sun never set on the British Empire. You know, it was Canada, Australia, India. You know, there was a lot of countries, parts of Africa were British, and it's all gone. And then we joined the common market. Whoa. That's ringing bells. I know we're trying to get out, which I think is the best thing that ever happened, but even that's gone quiet. So I'm not a conspiracist theory. I'm just a godly man who looks at things and weighs up the bits I can find in the middle. So do look. Not that it'll do us any good, because we're not going to change God's plans. Tribulation is coming. He's going to sort all this out. And the men who are contriving it will hide in caves, wishing that the caves fell on them. They will be in so much fear when that comes, and they'll be alive. So it's this time. So I'm just doing a short one while the wife walks the dogs. That's not a bullying thing. She loves to walk the dogs, and I love to make videos. We get on. But I just thought the sun's still shining, which is excellent here. Strange. But we're looking now at the high watch day. Now, I don't want to talk about days and hours. You know, I don't set them. And I don't look too hard at them. I just look at what other people tell me, because we've got a great team of watchers. And I'll mention them. Michael, Amish and Jamie C are scripturally based people. And they search for them. And Joshua now has come in onto a team of 4, I'd suggest. And I hope you don't mind me saying your names, guys. But their Discord, I love to hear them and I feed off them because I don't get time like them to study like they do and like they know. But they do bring in, and all together as one team is how we bring it together. And we've had a high watch, let me just put it that way, for the 11th, okay? And there's plenty of videos on it now without me making a sole video on it, but I will if need be. But the 11th is Sunday. So it's not far away. But if you join Discord and join in the chats, then you'll find out all about it. And Joshua will gladly share what he feels is. And again, we don't want to lead anyone astray. The Lord will speak clearly when the date has come, but he's speaking quite clear now because he's pouring out gifts. You know, we've been prayed over and given that we will get gifts, the bride that is, as you see by yesterday's video. Things are happening, things are moving in a big way now. And I think we've got to cling tight to this fairground because we're going to go off in a twinkling of an eye. Twinkling of an eye is the dictionary term is the time it takes for the light to hit the front of the eye to the back. That's nothing. That's gone. It's quicker than that. We're there. I don't know. And I'm looking forward now to putting all this to bed because we'll have an instant download of the bit that's to happen. You know, if indeed the bride is shown it at all. There will be workers. That's my understanding, that some of us will be chosen to come back and work with the Lord for a short period of time, within 40 days, to reach the church left behind. And I'm longing to do it. But quite a soul message out and about, quite different today. But I'll just leave you with that saying, God bless you, keep you, make his face to shine upon you, and be gracious to you this day and always. God bless.